Hi, Paris.
Hi there, Eve.
Good to see you, and thanks for having this conversation. Giving an introduction, a preview to your upcoming 3-day advanced training in Arlington, Massachusetts. Uh, the dates are November 10th through November 12th, and we're calling it Brain Handles, the conversation between two nervous systems.
So you asked me, where does the term brain handles come from? I came up with the term about 15 years ago in an advanced training when I was trying to express my thinking behind where I was touching, where I was going second, third, and fourth during an FI. And I was telling the students that all I am thinking about is the function that I'm attempting to communicate or elucidate for the person's brain. Because as we know, it's the person's brain that does the growth, the changing, the learning. We're not making that happen. The brain is making that happen. We're just asking questions with our hands. And if we ask the right question and the thinking is clear about what our question is relating to a particular function, where we touch is just a handle into the brain. That's where the term brain handle comes from.
Maybe tell us a little bit about your approach to giving FI, teaching FI, and how that'll work through the 3 days that we have together.
So there are many good advanced trainings about technique, about where to touch on the elbow, where to touch on the pelvis, all these kinds of things, self-use. And I have taught many of those, and I go to many of those, and they're wonderful. But they're only as good as the thinking behind them. And what I feel that I can offer is a roadmap to training your way of thinking behind what you do in FI. So it's not about remembering that I have to put my hand here or there. It's remembering what is the function I'm going for. So say, for instance, a person wants to learn how to raise and reach taller with their right arm. If you've done enough ATMs, which I'm sure everybody has, you know all the parts that go into reaching with the right arm, where the weight needs to shift, what has to happen in the soles of the feet, what needs to happen in the ribs, the spine, the neck, the eyes, the tongue, etc. So it doesn't matter if you start with the little toes and teaching the little toes what they have to do to reach, or with the sternum, or with the eyes, or any other part. So if you have a clear idea of the function that you're elucidating for the person so they can learn an easier way to do this, again, you're only looking for a handle. What piece, what handle are you going to use to say to the brain, this is what this vertebra does, this is what that vertebra does? And if you're thinking about the function the whole time, you just need a handle into the brain.
Yeah, so this is the third workshop that we've done together. And last spring, we were working with refining our touch, and we're working with really subtle movements of the eyes. And yeah, just tell us a little bit about how you're going to be building on that in this upcoming workshop.
Well, with the luxury of having 3 full days, there's going to be plenty of time for working on the brain handle aspect, working on the thinking, and I'll use that to bring forth more work with the face, the tongue, and the eyes, using very fine movements and seeing how you can affect the whole self through wherever you touch. Because again, it's going through the brain, and the brain's going to be talking to the whole body the whole time.
Beautiful. Great. Thank you so much. Really looking forward to it. 3 days in November 10th through 12th, which is Veterans Day weekend, up here in Arlington, Massachusetts, at the wonderful Arlington Center. Yeah, can't wait.